Here I am. God Johnny, the time has come. Welcome to my channel, God Johnny Speaks, where I will basically be speaking on a bunch of different topics that I find quite important in the world, okay? Not just in one particular area, even though I do have specialties. In case you didn't know, number one, I almost say I'm damn near a master in psychology, sociology, social dynamics, the mind, communication. These subjects I have been studying since for over 12 years. And I'm not the oldest guy in the world, but for over 12 to 13 years, I've been studying these things obsessively. Let's not talk about areas of, inner power, wealth, success, business, diet, all these things I study that regard health and growth. But in here, I'll be able to focus in on certain things like inner power, mind state. I know a lot about society, a lot of the things that I don't agree with in society, a lot of the things that you might not see in society. I study the hidden. I study the things that most people miss, man. Now when it comes to the basic things of life, there's a bunch of people that probably know more than me, I'm sure, in these other areas of life. But I prize myself on knowing about things that most people don't think twice about, or that a select group of people admire and appreciate. And that's why I'm doing these videos now, so I could find those people and connect with those people worldwide. Because it's too much BS in the world. It's been like that, but it's at a point now where it's just intolerable. In case you didn't know, the planet is shifting. Whether you think that's a joke, whether you want to laugh, whatever, I could care less, because it is what it is. It's happening. And we need people to begin to raise their awareness level, because otherwise they're going to get destroyed in the next 10 to 20 years, because things are shifting and things are changing fast. Where do we begin? I mean, I could begin, robots, and the fact that most of the jobs that kept the working class working aren't going to be around like that over the next 10, 20 years. I'm no fortune teller, but based on my studies of everything, I do have a degree in sociology, concentration psychology, currently getting a master's in business. But I mean, honestly, I learned about society outside of just school and one curriculum. So I could talk forever, but as I drop more videos, as I give you more content and talk about the things in my mind, you'll begin to realize that, okay, he does know what he's talking about. And essentially my goal is to help. I do have coaching programs, things like that I do. I help a bunch of people. Also, dating and relationships, I'm really big on that. I studied that at the highest level. And at this point, I feel like I understand the whole chessboard, and I could prove it. If I go out with you or hang out with you for a day, you'd see it. So this is who I am, God Johnny. Also a musician. I spend a lot of time making music, and for those of you who know me for music, you get to know a little bit more about me through this channel. For those of you who don't know about my music, go check out my music. If you like hip-hop, if you like alternative hip-hop and different stuff like that, check it out. I talk about real stuff in my music too. So with that being said, subscribe, leave comments. Let's talk. Give me subjects to talk about in the areas of life. We talk about life. Because what else is there to talk about? I don't get it. Everybody else can talk about the sports game, talk about everybody else's life. What about your life? And here's my main point, really, that I want to kind of get across. I wrote this stuff down, but this is kind of my intro video, but whatever. We look at these athletes, we look at these successful people that society deems as successful because they fit within the system in a way that benefits the system, and so they prop them up. That's why you notice you'll have, whether it's every new year, it's a new college player, and then he goes on to the NBA or the NFL or whatever. It's a constant replacement every year. And essentially, whoever comes into that position the next year gets XYZ recognition. And essentially, we reward people in the external world based on where they fit externally. So, for example, everybody might love the quarterback Drew Brees, for example, whether you know who he is or not. He's a quarterback for the Saints. And, everybody's like, oh, Drew Brees is the man, blah, blah, blah. But they don't really know the man, Drew Brees. You see what I'm saying? They don't know Drew Brees. They know his position in the external world. And because of that, he gets rewarded. And you can imagine, man, if that's the case, there's a lot of people that we reward and that we look up to who internally might not be anything. You know, a lot of these people are not good people. A lot of them are good people, but a lot of them aren't. And we must begin to stop letting people's positions in life and in society determine how special they are. And I really say that to bring it back to yourself, because what about yourself? Are you not a part of the equation? Does this other guy or other female deserve more praise than you because everybody respects what they do? How about you? Do you respect what you do? You know what I mean? What is your job? What is your occupation? What is your passion? You know, we have people slaving into work and getting disrespected, and people going into work getting treated like just another number. And it's like, hold on, man, is this guy that plays for the Giants or XYZ or whoever it is, you know, whatever example of a job where people get treated well? Even though I know that the sports industry is tough, but I'm just using it as an example, society wise. You're a doctor, oh, you're a lawyer, good job. But if you're something else, it's like, hold on, no, is that what it's about? Because really it's about the internal. And I'm here to shine the light on that, because I'm beginning to realize that's where the power is. And the more that society begins to understand what true power is, which is the internal, that's when we'll begin to break out of these facades and illusions of somebody being successful just because society deems them successful. And on the flip side, I want that person that does stick to their craft, that does admire their work, even though society doesn't admire it. I want you to treat yourself like that athlete, you know? When you make that sale, or when you perform well, or when you do the XYZ to make your product better, I want you to feel the same way that person feels when they make a 3-pointer in the fourth quarter when it matters. And everybody's like, yeah. And he might do a little sign and be like, yeah, you know. What about that for yourself, man? I mean, we're all in the same world, you know. It's just that other people have easier reality to accept because they have thousands of people that accept that as well. So they're bolstered now to feel like, yeah, I'm the man, and everybody acknowledges it. But what makes you even more special is the fact that you don't need all that. That's what's really special to me. You don't need a bunch of fans, you know, at the stage you're at. You don't need a bunch of accolades. You don't need Sports Center or whatever the fuck playing your video. You don't need VH1. You don't need to be on their TV shows. You don't need none of that. You know what I mean? What you need is yourself, and what you need is to bring the integrity to what you're doing, the same way that the integrity is brought to all these other positions that people admire. It begins with us, because as each one of us begin to believe in what we're doing, collectively as the consciousness will begin to see what's going on. And that's my goal. Look, man, I'm not somebody here trying to disturb or mess up everything, but what I am here to do is to shine the light on truth and to break down the deceptions, man. I see it every day and I'm tired of it. That's why I'm in front of this camera right now. I've been called to speak from my heart, from my soul, my spirit, whatever you believe in. Just know that something has called me to speak and to be a light and a beacon to the collective. And I'm here with you all in the field. You know, it's dirty in the ground. I'm out here with you all, but I'm on a mission. And for those of you on a mission, we will work together to continue to build. But, you know, with that being said, just know it begins with you. It begins with understanding the value of what you're doing. It begins with understanding the value of who you are. You see what I'm saying? Just because somebody is deemed by society as special, that's less important to me. What's more important is that person that can stand out amongst the muck and say, look, I'm shining. And that's what we represent. Team self. And with that being said, this is going to be a fun channel, man. I'm letting it all loose. I'm breaking all the walls down. I'm letting the truth out. Don't let it fool you. I know a lot. I spent years in like a cave and then I'd go out and see and make sure to get the outside experience. So I have a balanced view on what we're dealing with out here. And I'd love to expand on my consciousness and collective consciousness by talking to you all. So with that being said, welcome to my channel. Welcome to truth. The light has been opened up and there's nothing they can do about it. So with that being said, God Johnny is here. You all are here. And I thank you all for being here. Look out for the new coaching, 5D coaching. Look out for everything that I got coming. And in the meantime, man, just stay posted and begin to prepare yourself for this journey that will be going on. Because, man, I'm looking forward to dropping some info on that as let's get it, let's win, let's be beautiful, let's be successful. Peace, prosperity, and love. Your boy God Johnny's gone. Signing out.